Recently, a girl posted a picture on Facebook of a male person who allegedly had a verbal scuffle with her on a road in Delhi, and the pic went fucking viral. Here's the story. According to this girl, Jasleen Kaur, this guy made some obscene remarks at her. She took her camera out, took a picture of a guy, his vehicle number, and told him she's going to report this to the police, at which the guy threatened her. Now allow me to be the devil's advocate. This is what everybody knew when the story came out. That's the only limited sphere of information available at the time. Now let's see how the media reported it.
Delhi pervert. Look at him closely. He made obscene comments at a woman in Delhi's Tilak Nagar around 8 p.m. last evening. It's time to name and shame these perverts. Join the Times Now campaign. Fight back, India.
Pervert, pervert, pervert. Let's publicly shame him. Join the campaign of publicly shaming him and destroying his life without even knowing or hearing his side of the story. Well done, Indian media. You fucking disgrace to humanity. Now, Jasleen, if you're watching this video, what I don't understand is, why did you post this picture online? In your Facebook post, it was clearly mentioned that you had already lodged an FIR. With all the information you had provided to the police, the picture, the number plate, along with your testimony, he's most certain to be punished if he's guilty. With that solid amount of evidence, nothing can prevent it. Then why did you go online and initiate the mass public lynching of his image? Yes, the guy got mad and said some stupid ignorant shit to you, and you got back at him by lodging an FIR. This article says that an FIR was registered under the section of 354A, 506 and 509, which means he is without a doubt fucked. He'll be in a whirlpool of trouble. If found guilty, the police will beat his ass, he'd probably go to jail, he would forever live in shame in the eyes of his parents, family, friends, society. He would most probably lose his job, and if he goes to college, it would be even a bigger hell because he will be a social outcast. In my opinion, that's enough punishment for attacking a woman's honor in a verbal argument. But it wasn't enough for you. You went on and posted his picture on Facebook and asked people to share it as much as they can, after you've made sure he faces the consequences of his own wrongdoings. Why? Did you assume that the police is incompetent and you should take it in your own hands to find this guy? If it were true, you wouldn't have filed the FIR. So what was it? Revenge? Arrogance? How dare a guy say such shit to me? Or was it to teach all the men a lesson, which would mean you did it for feminism? You do realize by uploading that picture, you publicly destroyed his life. And that is what makes no sense to me. Are you just very stupid, or were you plainly oblivious of the notion that posting his picture and declaring him an asshole in front of the entire world might transpire into a huge viral phenomenon? Because you have no rights to publish a picture of a guy online and tell the world he's a fucking criminal. That's the job for the police to find out. And if you seek justice, you have the courts at your disposal. And Facebook isn't one of them. The only justice you can expect to happen on Facebook is mob justice, and that's what happened in this case. Not a word from this guy, and he's already labeled a fucking pervert for life. How do I know you're not lying? How do I know you're not exaggerating? Did anybody wait to hear the whole story? No. Every girl just mindlessly started bashing the guy. People started putting links of his profile, and he suddenly becomes the shittiest person on the planet. The thing is, lately I've noticed this trend on Facebook in which girls are putting pictures, snapshots of messages by guys wanting to befriend them or talk to them and publicly shaming them on groups and pages as if they were potential fucking rapists or murderers. Have some fucking sensibility in the kinds of actions you're taking. Just because you're a girl and you actually have the privilege of playing the victim doesn't mean you have the right to turn any guy into a victim, because we don't have that privilege. Nowadays, the second a girl shouts anything against a man, the meaning of man is instantaneously translated to rapist, pervert, molester, creep, misogynist, bastard, sex offender, or anywhere in this domain. Not a second worth of thought goes into the possibility that maybe this chick is exaggerating or making this up or fucking this guy's life because she has some personal problems with him. No, let's fucking hang this guy. These kind of men should be beaten to death. His balls should be chopped off. These are the slogans people shout on Facebook comments. I'm reading these off right from the comments from this particular incident. You don't even know the whole story. You just heard the girl's side and you want to kill the guy? How are you different from the mob that lynched that alleged rapist in Nagaland? Your thoughts are exactly the same. You just lack the enthusiasm right now. Maybe one day. And this is not even the worst part. The worst part is, where does this lead to? Tomorrow, any girl will publish a picture of her ex-boyfriend or a guy she doesn't like and say he's harassing me and destroy his fucking life too. And this world, because it loves to see women as victims, won't even question it in their head and just cordially join each other in bashing the guy's life into pieces. Tomorrow, a girl can do this for Twitter followers. Who knows? She got viral by doing this. It might give some idiot an idea to be famous and gain a fan following. Now, why is this trend frightening? Between April 2013 to July 2014, 53.2% of rape cases filed were false. 53.2%. And the motivation behind filing most of these cases was revenge. And I'm not even saying that. It's what the Delhi Commission of Women have found out. If a woman can lie about rape just to get revenge or see someone suffer, I don't think there's anything left she would have a problem inventing. Such kind of women are an abomination, and you're just giving them simpler ideas to fuck someone's life up. And the media is encouraging such behavior. Just post a guy's picture you hate, write all obnoxious shit you can about him, and the media corporate houses will take care of the rest. Of course, later on it will be discovered that the girl was lying, but who cares then? All the news channels and media won't. They wouldn't give it that hefty coverage because it exposes their mental behavior. Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? And Indian media, stop calling names. You're the news. Your job is to report the incident, not to jump on conclusions. That's fucking journalism 101. That's what they teach you on day first. Don't be subjective, be objective. When did the reporters become the judge, jury, and the executioners? Let the police do their job, and you do your job of reporting the findings. Without a fucking clue, this reporter was promoting public shaming, public psychological lynching to be exact, of an individual involved in a case as fresh as 12 hours, based on the story which was completely one-sided. Guys, beware. This is the new trend. Be very scared before getting into an argument with a girl, or telling her that you'd want to take her out, or offering any help to a female stranger, having a quarrel with the girls living above or below your flat, or anything. You wouldn't know what might offend that psycho with an ego the size of a pumpkin. All she has to do to get back at you is click a picture and add some misogynistic dialogue, because that's what everybody expects from men, and voila. Welcome to the world where nobody gives a shit to your side of the story. Thank you for listening.